Let's be honest with ourselves here. Everyone hates their smart TV operating system. They are filled with ads, their designs are confusing, and they just get slower as time goes on. This alone has always made me look for alternatives. Recently, I stumbled into some less common knowledge that shifted that priority from maybe someday to as soon as possible. My smart TV is literally incapable of playing my content at its full quality. The short answer involves file formats, but we will get into the details soon. Even if you are a media enthusiast like me hosting huge Blu-ray rips on a Plex server, your smart TV is likely reducing that video quality. There is nothing you can do about it except buy a dedicated streaming box and ditch that smart OS altogether. These devices do not just improve your TV experience in general, but they are capable of fixing the quality problem too. The TV experts have never steered me wrong before, but I am not one to take anyone at their word. I am going to test this for myself right here at TechVibes. Will they actually work, or will this be a waste of time and money? The first question is which one to choose. There are so many out there that it is hard to even start. I always hear two very loud answers for the best streaming box, the Apple TV 4K and the Nvidia Shield. The only problem is the Apple TV costs $130 and the Shield a whopping $200. I could buy a second budget TV for that kind of cash. The thing is, you do not necessarily have to get a $200 box to get the benefits. I want to know how cheap you can go before you lose those advantages and end up back at square one. My team and I did a bunch of digging and picked out 3 devices to try. We have a budget 4K box from ON, a super budget stick from Roku, and a used first-gen Apple TV 4K from eBay. I am hoping the Roku stick performs well because it is only $16. We will go category by category to see how they stack up. There is a hierarchy of needs these boxes address, from non-negotiable features to minor deal breakers. In my opinion, nothing is more important than responsiveness. Being laggy or annoying to use would make these just as bad as a smart TV. It is no surprise that the Apple TV passes this with flying colors. Even this older version packs 3 GB of RAM and solid processing power. This extra power is what gives dedicated boxes an edge. The Apple TV breezes through menus and loads apps fast. It also has full support for CEC, so I can just use my regular remote. I switch my input and the device powers on and is ready to go. What about the ON box at half the price? It is a less powerful machine with 1 GB less RAM, but it feels lightning fast compared to a TV OS. The snappiness makes a difference in load times for videos and apps. No more waiting 15 seconds for an episode to load. Once again, you get full CEC support from the ONN. I cannot tell a huge difference between these two in terms of speed. Then we have the Roku. If you thought 2 GB of RAM was low, the Roku only has 250 MB. As you guessed, the responsiveness is not great. It is slightly better than an old TV, but not by much. Also, I could not get the CEC to work no matter what I tried. That means I would have to turn on the TV, switch inputs, then swap remotes for everything else. That alone is almost a deal breaker for me. Overall, for this category, the Apple TV gets 5 stars and the ON gets a near-perfect 4.5. The Roku gets a miserable 2 stars. With the basic needs met, we can move up the pyramid. Responsiveness is key, but the interface itself matters just as much. Starting with the Roku, the UI is actually pretty straightforward. It is easy to work out where the apps are and how to change settings. Unfortunately, the ad situation is dire. You can remove some, but you are stuck with many of them. It feels very similar to a standard smart TV. Next is the ON, which runs Android TV. Out of the box, the results are not great. It has just as many ads as the Roku and a confusing layout. But hope is not lost because Android TV has a robust app store. One of those amazing apps is a third-party launcher called Project Ivy. It only takes a couple of minutes to set up and becomes your new OS. This gives you way more control over your device. You can make the ads disappear and change the UI to a stunning new layout. The ON boxes also have a permanent always-on AI upscaling feature. It can give content an unnatural, overly sharp look even on 4K footage. Project Ivy actually gives you a toggle to turn this off. By default, the ON would score low here, but with a custom launcher, it is amazing. Lastly, we have the Apple TV. Apple cares a lot about clean UIs and a solid user experience. The UI is attractive and you can disable tracking and reporting. Even the ads are not bad because they only show up when you hover over the home row. If you do not like them, just move those apps away. Well done, Apple! Now we get to the final category, video quality. What did I mean when I said your smart TV cannot display the same level of quality? Some TV apps may not support things like HDR10 or Dolby Vision. That means your expensive TV cannot show the colors and brightness you paid for. It goes even deeper than that with file types and codecs. Each one is like a new language your device needs to understand. Smart TVs are fluent in common ones like MP4, but because the hardware inside is bare bones, they are not smart enough for other codecs. If you watch a movie with a codec your TV does not understand, it has to transcode it. Transcoding reduces video quality, sometimes by a lot. Crisp footage can turn into compressed mush because the TV cannot read the file natively. Your smart TV literally cannot play these files at original quality. But these streaming boxes can. How many extra codecs do they understand? The Roku fared basically the same as a smart TV. Uncompressed audio and image-based subtitles are unsupported. It is just not a significant upgrade. What about the ON box? It supports way more codecs and is fluent in many formats. I did not host high-quality video on my Plex server just to have my TV fumble the quality. It supports basically every HDR format, including HDR10+. It is a massive step up from the Roku. Lastly, we have the Apple TV. Even this older first-gen model handled almost everything we threw at it. No transcoding and no compression, just maximum video quality. Apple really is the GOAT in this department. There are a few exceptions, though. This specific model does not support AV1, which many streaming apps use for HDR. That means apps like YouTube and Netflix do not have full HDR support on this older unit. If you are watching uncompressed video from your own server, it is not a problem. But if you want HDR on YouTube, you might be disappointed. Still, for raw codec support, the Apple TV wins again. I feel like I have a solid grasp on these offerings now. The Roku was honestly pretty awful. The remote swapping situation makes it worse than a smart TV. The ON box had a very strong showing, especially for the price. For a small investment, your TV feels upgraded and more responsive. The real downside is the built-in AI upscaling, so make sure to use Project Ivy. Finally, the Apple TV feels like the most premium and versatile device. It is the most expensive, but $70 for a used one in 2026 is a steal. If you're spending 4 figures on a TV, an extra $70 to make it look perfect is worth it. So, which one should you get? If you are a casual viewer using apps like Netflix, the ON gives you everything you need. If you are like me and keep high-quality media on Plex or Jellyfin, get the Apple TV 4K. It is responsive and near perfect for almost every situation. You can sleep soundly knowing your movie is going to look exactly how it should. I am interested in trying the newer Apple TV versions soon to see if they are even snappier. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into streaming hardware. If this video helped you out, please like the video. Make sure to subscribe to TechVibes for more tech comparisons. Comment below and let me know which device you use. Thanks for exactly how it should. I am interested in trying the newer Apple TV versions soon to see if they are even snappier. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into streaming hardware. If this video helped you out, please like the video. Make sure to subscribe to TechVibes for more tech comparisons. Comment below and let me know which device you use. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.